How are you? I hope you all are fine. Now, today we are going to discuss about arrays as we have discussed in our previous class also. Just to recapitulate all the points which we have discussed together in the last class. Arrays. A dimensional array is a structure created in the memory to represent the number of values of the same data type with the variable having the same variable name along with a different subscript. A dimensional array is also called subscripted variable. In simple or short, you can say that a variable that stores value of the same data type, or you can say that data type that represent a number of similar value of the same data type is called a dimensional array. A dimensional array is a concept of using a number of variables declared with the same data type. When we store a values of the same data type, different values of the same data type in single variable, that is called the array. When in the simple language, you can say that when we store multiple values in a single variable, that is called array. Array is known as composite data type because in array we can store similar or different data under single declaration. Just for example, in a class we can take a different data type. In char, float, we can take a different variable with different values. Char variable stores the character values, integer variable, integer array stores the integer values, different variables store the multiple value of that data type is called the composite data type. Now, we have discussed also arrays of two types, single dimensional and multi-dimensional, you can say that, or double dimension array. First, we are going to focus on the single dimension array. We are performing different tasks on the single dimension array. Now, what is the syntax to create a single dimension array? As we have discussed earlier also, first you have to write the data type, then variable, new data type and number of value to be stored. I will clear you again with the help of example. Here I have taken a variable array. It will store of 10 value, all are of integer type. This is the syntax of the single dimension array. Values input through user in the structure. And is the name of the array that can store 10 values or items in the memory with different subscript along x-axis. And I will show clear you this example. M is the name of the array. It will store 10 elements. First element will be placed on the 0 position. Why? Because the index of the array element is 0 and the last element will come on the length minus 1, or you can say that n minus 1 position. If we place first element on the 0 position, last element will go to the 9th position because the size of the array is 10. You can see here that are the subscript, or you can say that their position or their address. On their address we are placing different value or the same value. That value goes to their memory location. First value goes to the M0, means 0 position. Second value goes to the first position. M of 2 means third value goes to the M of 2 position. Fourth value goes to the M of third position. Fifth value goes to the M of fourth position. In this same way, last value, that is M of 9, that's the 11th value. Last element will store the 9th position because of array index always begin with the 0 position. Last element will store the length minus 1 position. Now, just keep in mind that the array always begin with the 0 subscript. When a programmer declare an array to store an element, it means the array element will be donated from the M0 till n minus 1. As I said, because of the array, in array always first element will be placed on the 0 position, last element will go to the n minus 1, that is the length minus 1 position. If the size of the array is 10, first element will be placed on the 0 and the last element will go to the 10 minus 1, that is a 9. You can create arrays to store data of other type also. You can store array of integer type, float type, string type, character type also. For declaring a variable or array as an integer, you have to write the syntax like this. Name of the data type, name of the array, subscript, new, then int and the size of the array. It means it contains 10 elements in the variable or in the array with the name of n. Same for the fractional, means float value. You have to write float for the fractional value. It will remain same, just you have to change the data type. And for character type, it also remains same. It means m is of character type, it will store 10 element of all are of character data type. Now m is of string type, it will store 10 element of string data type. Now there are different ways to assign the value to the arrays. You can pass the value to the array by using assignment statement, by using function argument, or you can say that BlueJ system, by using input stream reader, or by using scanner text. By using assignment statement means we are assigning the value to the array before the execution of the program, or you can say that before running of program. Before that we are passing the value to the array, that is called the assignment statement. Before the compilation of the program, we are passing, or you can say that predefined values are given to the array, that are called the assignment statement. The values before given the compilation of the program, that is assignment statement. For integer type, first we are going to discuss about the integer type. Now look at here. Here the length of the array will be the number of value initialized during the declaration. The length of array is m. If the length of the array is 10, here I will clear you with the help of one example. Here we are creating a class with the name of sample. Here we have taken two variables I, sum, to perform the sum of all the numbers. Loop start from the 0 position. Here we are declaring the array of m type with subscript. We are passing number of values before execution, that is called the assignment statement. Now array loop start from the 0 position, because array index always start from the 0 position. First element will be placed on the 0 position. Total number of elements in the m we have passed here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here we are executing the loop less than 5. It means it will execute 0 to 4. It will execute for the, we are passing here 5 elements, and here 0 to 4. 0 to 4 means total number of elements are 5. Then one by one from their subscript position, it will add the value to the sum. First it will read the position m of 0. M of 0 element is 2, m of 1 element is 3, m of 2 element is 4, m of 3 element is 5, m of 4 element is 6. All the value get added to the sum variable. It will perform the sum of all elements passing in the m array. Then it will display the output, the sum of all elements we are passing in the m. Now output time will come 20. An array with an empty represents the unfixed number of cells in the memory. It means we can pass any, here it was, 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 here it was. Writing here 5, it means just take the 5 elements here. If we are not writing any, that is the unfixed number of cell in the memory. Now for how to assign the value for the character data type, same way we have to take in a variable of m of char data type. We are passing different variables or alphabet here, C, O, M, P, U, D, E, R. All the variables or alphabet written in the single inverted commas, because all are of char data type. For printing that element, you have to just look at here. we are creating an array. System.out.println, printing one by one element. We start loop from the 0 position till less than 8, because in the one by one element that will display through the for loop, we start loop from the 0 position till less than 8. Why? Because the length of the computer word is, total elements are 8 there. We start the loop from 0, that's why it will execute till less than 8, and printing m of I. M of I will represent one by one position wise each and every element, then print that element on the screen using system.out.println statement. Same for the string. If we want to print the number of pass in the string, unfixed array we are passing here because the size is not given in the subscript. That is for the unfixed array. Just execute the for loop. If they on the basis of their position, you can print the number of elements in the array. Now here length, you can execute the loop. We are starting the loop from 0 position to 8, 0 to 5. We can execute the loop till the length of the elements. Here we are passing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Length function is used to count the total number of elements in the given array. For that we can write also this statement like m.length. M.length function will return the length of the total number of elements in that given array, that represent the total number of elements in the array. M represent with the help of length function, because length will return the integer value, length function will return the integer value. In that's why we have taken another variable L, m.length. It will count total number of elements. Here total number of elements are 5. It will return the 5 value to the L. 5 is a number are stored in the single dimension array. Now rest of the topics or the programs we will discuss in your next class. Till the time you have to read the chapter arrays and all the topics of this chapter: single dimension array, composite data type, and subscript, how to print the value in the array carefully, so you can clear your doubts.